Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Two Mom Edit with Jamie and Lisa. I'm in an extra good mood today because I feel so good.
Jamie's been feeling really good lately, and she just found out it's probably because one of those hospital visits that she's been going on.
Yeah, the many once a week labor and delivery
once a week,
visits
not anymore,
to the hospital.
You've been feeling better.
It's been like, let's see, the last time I went was on a Tuesday when I was having contractions in the middle of the night.
You were up all night, yeah.
So
yeah.
Tuesday would have been 1 week. So it's almost 2 weeks since I've had to go to labor and delivery. That's been like the longest stretch in like 2 months.
But I'm glad you're going every time though, because
we have to. It's like so, possible that I can go into preterm labor. But honestly, I'm going to cry. I'm so sad now that it's like almost over because I'm feeling so good and I'm really enjoying it. Although I've been an emotional mess. I'm like crying at everything.
Listen,
it's just a lot.
Think something's coming.
Well, either way, it's coming, right?
Hormones are going. And
I just finished doing my makeup. Now I'm going to cry before lunch. This is so
okay.
annoying.
You're going through your own personal experience. I'm not in your head. I don't know exactly what you're going through, what you're thinking or feeling. But I could tell that you're very emotional lately in a good way.
Look at this. I cried in 1 second.
And I think the whole thing is I think she feels good because she got a bunch of iron.
Yeah.
Whole bag of iron. How
like
crazy that iron, like, I should take iron. It probably affects everything.
Well, I take like pills normally, but it really doesn't like do much
they give
for
you
me.
A full bag of iron. It looked like blood.
It could take like 6 weeks for the iron pills, but I've been on them for like 2 or 3 months.
But how often do you get that much iron? They give you a whole IV bag.
Yeah, she said it takes up to 2 weeks to really feel it, which is probably why the last few days I've been feeling really, really good.
I wonder if you could go to like a place and pay to get that. You know how you get your B12 shots?
I mean, honestly, if it drops again, I could just probably ask for it. I'm going to the hematologist.
Well, I'm saying for me. Because like you feel a lot better.
Well,
I'm saying like in daily life.
Do you have low iron? I don't know.
I do have low iron. I feel like everybody actually has a little bit of low iron.
I don't know. Go get your blood work done.
Fix everything, yeah.
Well, anyway.
After the baby's born, I'll start doing me.
Just a little update. I am 34.3 days.
Well, by the time we air this, you'll be 35 weeks.
When are you going to air it?
Tuesday we air. Tuesday we drop.
I'll be just about 35 weeks.
Yeah.
So I'm like 34 and a half weeks pregnant right now, and I'm feeling amazing. Like I just said, we had a doctor's appointment this morning, and the babies are 5'5" and 5'3".
That's right.
Which is crazy because like I've been feeling physically better, and the babies are so much bigger.
I think the positioning though of where they are.
So Serafina, baby A, is like head down, butt, feet, and I don't know how, but Sophia somehow found room to flip at this stage.
It's crazy.
She flipped from last Friday, and now she's head up here, butt and
whole
feet.
Flip, and she's facing backwards. So
she definitely flipped on Sunday because I didn't feel good that day, and I thought it was because I went to soccer and Wegmans, but it wasn't that.
She definitely did, yeah.
Whenever I have really hard days, I usually am like, oh, well, they flipped. I never find out till after.
Yeah, but I didn't think that she could flip this late.
Me neither. Even the ultrasound tech was like, wow,
that's
really?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, at the scan today, it was she was facing backwards. She was literally facing your back, and it's crazy. They're going to be here before we know it, and we're going to meet them, and then we're going to look back at these videos and listen to these episodes and be like, wow, remember before they came? So this is good because it's kind of like our own personal diary.
Like,
well, not personal.
No, I know.
But like this whole thing is like our diary.
I know.
Remember the video? Oh, sorry.
I know. So I was just like, I couldn't wait for them to get out of me. And now I'm like, I don't want you to leave, you know? I really don't. It
always works like that.
I'm going to start crying again.
But this is it though. No, but then we're going to meet them, and then we're going to see them, and then like we'll remember, like, I think we're going to cherish this the most because we know this is it for us.
I think that's why I'm so emotional because it's my last 2 weeks being pregnant ever. I can't talk about this anymore.
Okay.
I'm going to start
Do you want to
crying.
talk about fights?
My God, I'm so emotional. It's so annoying.
Trying to find, like,
every time you know when you go to therapy and you cry just because you sit in front of a therapist?
Oh, yeah.
It's like every time we sit in front of a podcast camera, it's like therapy.
Listen, this is therapy. Everybody, we're getting, you know what? We should actually do couples therapy
I know.
Again.
Well, let's see what happens after we have this conversation today. I didn't read any of the questions today.
Jamie doesn't know anything about this.
I said it surprised me what we're talking about because I just know it's about like arguing and fighting, which I guess they will see from the title. Of this. But I just wanted to say one more thing before we get into the topic because I don't want to forget to tell you the number one thing I've been stressing about the last like 24 hours because now I didn't think I was going to make it to my C-section date, and now I really feel like I will. Right.
Okay.
And so I've been really stressing about the fact that if I go on my C-section date, which would be October 29th, I'm like, oh my God, I'm coming home on Halloween. My poor children, meaning the older kids.
Okay. Oh.
How are you going to get me home from the hospital, enjoy the baby's first hour at home being home, get me safe? I'm going to be recovering from a C-section. How are they going to go trick-or-treating? We're going to ruin their Halloween. Like, I'm going spiraling hardcore, right? I'm getting really worked up about it. And then I was doing the non-stress test. It took them like an hour to get the babies on the monitor today. They were just giving them a hard time, specifically Sophia. And we were talking about it. And one of the girls was like, I think it's 3 nights. Like, I think you're wrong. I don't think it's 2 nights. And then she's like, do you want us to call and check? I'm like, yeah. So she called and checked, and it's actually 3 nights. So I figured out a solution.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I was going to say. We'll figure it out like we always do.
Yeah, I just felt bad. I don't want to ruin the kids' Halloween. It's not fair.
But we don't know until that time comes.
But let's just say I make it to the C-section date, which I really think I'm going to.
Okay.
I really do. I would still be in the hospital on Halloween. You would bring my kids to me on Halloween so I could see them in their little costumes. They could see their sisters. I could do Carmela's hair because you're not doing that.
No, I'm doing that. She wants to be roomy. I'm not doing a long
K-pop Demon Hunters. And I have to put the purple extensions in and everything. So you could bring her to the hospital. I could do her hair. I can give them a big hug. Say, go trick-or-treating. Have a great time. I'll be sad that I missed it, but I feel better than...
You'll be cozy in bed, relaxing.
I'll be better than coming home from the hospital that day. If I'm there and then I would come home the next day. Wait, so it was
definite? It was 3 nights?
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. That sounds like a retreat.
I'm going to be recovering from major surgery.
Which is also, when I got my fibroids out, it was a wonderful retreat. Which show was I watching? The Menendez brothers. I think it's going to be, I do think you're going to go to the date, but either way.
Well, if they come a day early, then I'm screwed.
No. We'll figure out a solution.
We'll have to recruit our parents.
Listen, I think you'll just be so,
I just don't want you to miss out on their Halloween, like to bring them. But I also don't want you to miss out on bringing your babies home from the hospital.
Honey, babe.
I know. This is what I'm thinking about.
I know you got to stop.
But this is very realistic that they're going to be born on the day that they're scheduled for.
Okay, so what we'll do, this is the first time you're telling me that I just this was a thought of yours, right?
Well, this is the first time I thought I was going to make it to my date.
Okay, so we write it out. We write out a plan, and we're good. I
figured it out, though.
I know, but I think putting it on pen and paper is good for the both of us to see the exact plan.
Well, we will need somebody
when
home.
I was just like today when I was saying to you, like, if the kids, if you give birth, if your water breaks, we have to figure out my mom or your sister, we should have some backup there too. So I think now that this is coming to like literally just today, we just get a pen and paper and write it out and we're fine, right? Just like we talked about in last episode when we're stressing, how do we keep the peace when we're stressed? And you said, write it down.
Yeah.
So even though you figured it out in your head, it's much more powerful when we write down an actual plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
The crazy part is that we really just don't know. I mean, my nephew said,
what did my last episode?
What did my nephew say? Our nephew
in the unknown.
What did our nephew say?
What did he say? He said he thinks they're going to be October 15th.
He didn't say he thinks they're going to be here October 15th. He said he talked to God, and God told him they were going to be here on October 15th. So that's in a few days. So if that's the case, I'm going to Halloween too. I mean, we're all going to be there.
We're going to set up an LLC for him, and I'll start giving readings. So if they are here,
he'll be our first guest.
Right. We'll get a cut of all of that. So if they are here on October 15th, there's a psychic in the family, and he'll be taking readings.
Or a priest, future priest, or
the future Tyler Henry.
We'll see.
And Francesco says October 22nd.
We'll see if any of them are right.
So let's see, and this is the documentation of it. But it's all going to work out. I think everything's going great. I think we're doing great overall. Yeah. But I do, before we go into this topic,
have to get my nails done before the babies come because I definitely need a fresh manicure.
I have to get my roots done.
I mean, I just got them done. I'm due on like Tuesday, but I'm not going to be able to get there. You know how I am with my nails. They have to be done all the time.
I do think, though, before we get into this topic, I do think that this is a safe space to talk about these issues.
You sure? I'm really
but
pregnant.
I do definitely think, like, after postpartum and everything, I do think we should definitely explore couples therapy again.
Yeah, we talked about this a lot.
Yeah, but the last time we talked about it we said we probably wouldn't go because they just kept having us rehash our problems and we didn't have the right therapist. That's when we were going into the city.
Nobody was giving us tools.
Nobody was giving us tools. So this is a reflection of what's happening now because there's so much love here. We love each other very much, but I think there's much more potential. You know what I'm saying? And when I was working on like the outline for today of like questions, I was like, wow, like if we had tools to like, work through these things that come up, I think it would be very helpful. So let's see if we could work through them.
All right, let's get to the topic.
All right.
Chop.
Today we're talking openly about how...
Oh, wait, I forgot to tell you one more thing.
Okay.
When they put me on the monitor before, Serafina was having the hiccups, and I felt it and saw it. My belly was like every few seconds was like, did it?
Oh, I remember the hiccups. The kids wouldn't go to sleep. That's so funny. Do you remember when like we just got the newborn to sleep and like all of a sudden they got the hiccups and I was like, oh, damn.
They don't get hiccups a lot. That was the first time I ever felt it. Or anyway, go ahead.
This one is, let's go section 1. I have it broken into sections. We're on the same team until we're not. Okay? How does that sound to you so far? Because overall, I think we agree on like we have like similar parenting styles, right?
Yeah.
But there are times where we're very different in how we would handle situation, and it causes something between us.
Yeah.
Right. And usually, what triggers us to like be off all of a sudden is something that happens with the kids and like daily stress.
Yes.
So, what's a situation where we both wanted the same outcome but ended up arguing anyway?
Every day. Anytime the kids get home from school.
Yes. I think that one thing is like the rules that we have with sleep training our children.
Oh, that's a good one.
I think Francesco still wakes up a couple times a week. He does have some days where he's sleeping through the night, and he'll wake up and he'll just call for us, but then all he wants is just to hold our hand. I do the finger grab in between. He calls it handshake. I want handshake.
So cute. He's so
30
cute.
seconds I'm in there. I don't sleep anyway. I'm such a light sleeper. And then for you, if he calls you,
same thing.
You pretty much sleep like...
No, when I go in there too, I just hold his hand and he goes back to bed and that's it.
Yeah, we didn't. I mean, I had a very hard time of having him cry it out, and you were definitely stronger with that. But
because I'm like petrified that we're gonna have like 18 children waking up at once
and crying. Yeah,
so
but overall, I think he's getting it, which is good. With Carmela, she still gets like nightmares, or she's scared of the dark, and
or
stuff
her pull-up
like that,
is wet.
she's still in. Well, we just announced to everybody that she's
it's
still,
okay. There's plenty of 6-year-olds that still pull-ups at night.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I went to bed till I was like,
yeah, this is your fault because it's like
bed, and
genetic.
my aunt did too. Okay. I think it's genetic.
How about we stop?
I didn't torture animals though. That's a sign of a serial killer.
But not for nothing. Like let's. we should be. First of all, we forget to bring her potty every night. We're like we're gonna bring her potty before we go to bed. Like we'll wake her up and do like a dream.
Yeah.
Dream pee, I guess.
Yeah.
And we forget every night. But also, we don't limit her water. And most kids that get trained at night stop their water at 6 o'clock. But then she's like, I'm so thirsty. And then we're like, how do we? Yeah, like, how do we?
You know what?
How do you deny a child water? That's like so mean.
Because I know when I'm thirsty, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to get
so
that sip
mean.
of water.
So we just have to wake her up to go.
We did better from the last podcast where we were saying that like we're not going to baby her as much. She's getting dressed in the morning, and the only reason we ever like did something for her getting dressed is because it was faster. But she gets dressed and she's starting to make her bed, and I'm very proud of that. Yeah. But I do think that the sleeping thing, like a couple nights ago, when she was getting up and I was up, and I knew that she was having a nightmare. She was scared, and you were pissed at me in the middle of the night.
So the reason why is because I think she's lying. I think she's so smart, and she's like, I know if I say I'm having a nightmare, they're gonna come lay with me.
Yeah, and this is where we have an issue.
So we both wanted the same outcome because we both want her to sleep through the night. We both wanted her to get back to bed, but I'm like, we need to teach her that you can't lie just to come cuddle with us.
And I'm like,
she's having a nightmare. And I'm like,
I'm
no,
not going to sleep
not.
in there like I used to, or like cuddle her. But I wanted to go in there and comfort and lay next to her. But then when she was up for a while, I said, you're going to bed. But then I was upset because you were mad at me in the middle of the night. It's like the worst way to wake up.
Yeah, it is. And I wake up so early. I'm like 4 o'clock and I'm like, oh, I can't go back to bed. And then I'm like sitting there for hours like.
And you were pissed in the middle of the night at me. And I'm like, shit, I'm going to wake up and it's going to be an off day,
upset, yeah.
So that's definitely something. We got to get a tool for that.
What's the next question?
You're funny. Do we get frustrated when one of us steps in mid-moment, even if it's meant to help?
Yes. I wonder if a lot of people do though, right? Like, do you guys get frustrated
I don't know like if when husbands are usually at work, though.
That's not true.
I just said I don't know.
Are we in the 60s? Husbands are at work. Most of our friends, both the husband and the wife work, and a lot of them work from home at the same time.
I don't know if husbands are usually at work, though. That's what I said. I didn't say husbands are usually. I said I don't know if it's different with most, because you said most people. So I was just thinking I don't know if people do it. So
I'm going to say I don't think most husbands work. I'm going to say I don't think most husbands are at work.
Yeah.
I think a good amount of our friends have both working parents, and a lot of them both work from home.
Or should I say more traditional like roles? Are there husbands that kind of let the wife take over? Is that more common throughout the country, not just in our area? I'm saying throughout the country.
Yeah, maybe.
You know?
Maybe.
So maybe that's something with the lesbian relationship is like, oh, we actually talked about this when we first started our podcast, is like we both are doing like
we're both like, no, I'm the mom, let me make the decision.
Yeah. So I'm not saying like just our immediate area. I'm just saying throughout the country, like,
yeah,
you know, they don't have to deal with somebody else telling them how to do it and what to do. No, or do that.
I mean, not everybody, but I'm sure there's plenty of dads that are more of the primary parent.
Yes.
However, I just don't want to generalize here, right? I'm avoiding the generalization.
I'm saying the women where their husbands are at work and they know that their predominant role is to take care of the kids and do that. That's what I'm trying to say.
Right. So, yeah. I definitely get annoyed when you interrupt when I'm disciplining one of our kids.
Yeah.
Even if you're trying to help, it just makes me feel like you are overstepping and then the kids won't respect me.
Undermining.
What did I say?
Both. No, both. I'm saying overstepping and undermining.
Oh, yeah. Right. I don't know. Sometimes they say the wrong thing.
No, that was right though. But I know.
That's why I was like, what did I say?
Because you've expressed to me in the past, like, you know, it makes me think that you think that I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
not
or
doing it, right.
It makes the kids view it as, well, I should only listen to mommy then because mama's talking to me and mommy's then interrupting her to speak over her.
Yeah.
And then it's almost like they should only like respect and listen to you. So I get upset at that. Even when you're trying to help, it's just a natural reaction to be like, no, I'm dealing with this. But what's the solution for that?
There is something on Instagram where they say like, I tried this method with you, where it's like the tap out method, where I could tell that you're literally, or I'm like on edge. Either of us, we both go through it. Where I'm like, hey, you want me to take over? Like they show the actual.
Yeah, we both tried that before. I've tried that before for you too. Like tap.
You got pissed at me when I did it to you. I said I saw this on Instagram. You
got upset when I did it to you too. When I was like, you need a minute, I could take over. Because it's hard to accept that you're like, I just want to finish what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But do you guys do that too? Like, do you think other people deal with what we deal with? I don't know. I love when people like interact back with.
Yeah.
Because we're doing a lot of like, sometimes I feel like our podcast is about teaching people how we figured out a lot of shit. And sometimes I'm just like,
we have figured out a
we're
lot
just
of
talking
shit.
about stuff. So you guys want to comment if you're dealing with the same shit?
Yeah. But I think we definitely have figured out a lot of shit. You know?
That is something that we continue to try. Like when I tried it with you,
but there's a lot that we still have to figure out.
It was just a few days ago. It was like last week, I think. Mm-hmm. So I do think that's still a good strategy for us to keep trying. So if you guys want to try that, like go ahead.
You tap out?
Yeah, you just.
No, it's not a good strategy because you got upset and I got upset.
Yeah, but I think
don't remember getting upset.
I think because it's new, you'd have to keep trying it. Yeah. I think maybe by the time we have 4 kids and we're like, good, you know what? I don't have the energy to deal with this anyway.
Yeah, I agree. Next question. Okay. How do we remind ourselves that we're both parenting from love and not competition of who's a better parent, who knows more, whose way is right? How do we remind ourselves that we're both parenting? I think we should do more of that, to be honest with you. We are new parents still at the end of the day.
Yeah.
We haven't gone through the cycle of raising a kid from birth to 18. And I know you worry about your kids for your entire life, the rest of your life, even when you're 80. Yeah. You know, actually probably 80 is so out of you, like, I don't freaking, you know. they're in their journey now. But you know, we never raised a kid fully just yet. So we are in that early stage. So we don't have the answers, you know. But I think us remembering that we're both going through certain things together is helpful, you know?
Yeah. I think like we always do better when our kids are having like a tough day, like yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
After school. They were both just off right after school.
Yeah.
And I think when we look at each other and we just like share that commonality, like they're being freaking crazy today.
Yeah.
And we both share that, we respond to them better. I feel like we're both calmer. and we feel like we're on a team. So I think we should try to do that more often whenever they're having a hard time. Sometimes I think when you feel alone and trying to discipline, that's when the arguments come in.
Oh,
is
that's
if I
a good
feel like
idea.
I'm trying to implement something and I feel like you don't care about what they're doing, it's not bothering you. But I'm like, you don't know the past 20 minutes before you got home that they were being like animals.
Right.
And like fighting every 2 seconds. Like, I think we have to just trust each other more, that before you came into this situation, it was a struggle. There's a reason why we're all sitting and having a conversation right now. Like yesterday, walked in from.
Oh my God.
You
what
walked
the hell
in.
was that? It was like a funeral.
I had them each in a chair. They were sitting quietly. And
I said, shit. I had like I did my first TikTok live, and I was
I was prepping for it the whole day. And
prepping.
This
It was
still
a
like
lot of
6.
prep.
No, I know it was a lot of prep. I know that. But I'm saying this was like still 6 hours before that, right? You come into the house. From the second I got Francesco from school, first of all, I picked up Carmela from school, sassy pants. She was just in a mood. Then we pick up Francesco. He was happy for 2 seconds, and then he was in a mood. Then they argued the whole.
But he was off because he hit 2 kids at school, and that's not like him.
His head teacher was out.
I know.
Too.
But
so
still,
not that the other teacher he doesn't respect. I think it's just the regular routine
flow,
is
the
different.
energy of
It's just different, something different.
I just so he was off too.
So then the two of them were like going back and forth. Then we get home. Nobody listened to One Direction. That's like a trigger for me. Huge trigger. So then you came home and you didn't interrupt
car.
me. You kind of you came in and you supported me.
Yeah.
I said like 2 things of what they each did. And you kind of instead of over talking me, it felt a lot more supportive. And that was really nice because it just felt like you trusted that whatever I was saying was true, which it was. It wasn't just me being pregnant and emotional. Because I've been good. It was just they were having a hard time and they needed to learn that behavior is not okay. Hitting is specifically.
Yeah.
Like in the car, he literally, I saw hair on.
Oh, I don't want to hear. Oh my God.
On his body.
Oh my God.
He was just in a mood. I don't know.
He was just off. Yeah.
So anyway, we came home. We have these chairs upstairs. They were each sitting in one of these chairs. I was sitting next to Francesca in one chair. Carmela was sitting here. And then I went through with each of them. Why did you get a timeout? What could we have done instead? What's a better solution? All right, let's all move on.
Yeah.
You know what? They did actually get a little bit better after that.
They did get better.
But imagine we would have started to argue instead, or if you would have said something that didn't make me feel supportive, that would have made the whole day spiral down.
You know what the real thing is I'm glad you think I was supporting you. I just didn't have the energy to get involved at all. I just walked away and shut the windows of the house.
You said a few words. You did say a few words, and then you walked away. You talked to Francesco about using his hands. You talked to Carmela about following Mama.
I gave him the look.
And you've talked to Carmela for 2 seconds about following Mama's directions.
Yeah, but that's all I could give you. And I'm glad you liked it like that. Because I'm
good.
like,
Let me finish doing my thing. No, that's what worked. Keep that
good.
locked in your brain.
I will. No, I didn't have the energy. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard you on the phone in the car with her. And I just felt, and it's hard because I felt bad because like I could tell she was having a hard day, but it was hard for you because you were in the shitstorm of it. So you couldn't step back and see like, this is a little 6-year-old that's just having a very hard
I was
day.
even like, do you want a hug?
No, I heard that after. I said, okay, I heard that
because the other side wasn't working, you know?
Okay. So let's go on right to the next. Okay. Section 2, tone is everything.
Yes, it is. Well, yes,
so it's not so this isn't about what was said, it's how things are said. And I think how things are said when somebody's in their own experience and what they're personally going through, like, I don't know, I'm not in your head. I'm my own person, you're your own person. We're 2 people that came together. You have your own world of people you interact with that I don't know. I have my own world of things that I'm doing 24/7 that you have no idea about, thoughts that you have no idea about.
Sorry, you're not making me tired. I'm just pregnant.
Same with you, though. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, yeah. You have Jamie as Jamie, and I have Lisa as Lisa.
I get it.
I think this is why relationships take a lot of work, because we do have our separate experiences in this life, right? And then you come together, and I think the biggest thing is when I'm going through something that you have no idea that bothered me or is stressful for me for the day, for the minute, things in the back of my head from maybe like years ago. That I'm like, oh God, it may pop up. I'm good with being that gatekeeper. However, there are things that come up that can be like, damn it, and put somebody in a mood of just high tense, right? A high tense environment. So if there's something
that was a Jamie moment.
What?
That was a Jamie moment and you couldn't find the right word.
Yes. So if you said something that was just the tone was a little off to me, I may subconsciously be expecting that because I am in that headspace.
Yeah, like you needed extra TLC when I didn't know you needed extra TLC. So if something's bothering me and it comes off in a tone, right?
Right.
Then you're triggered immediately because you're already on edge.
Right. So same with you. You may be going through something with anything that I don't know about, because how many people do you text a day? How many texts do you have going back and forth a day?
A
How
lot.
many emails?
I'm a real estate agent.
A lot. And I have a lot too. You know what I do. I have a lot of personal stuff too. So you may be going through this experience and my tone to you may blow something up to you. Okay. So it's not about what was said. It's about the tone. How often does a tone get mistaken for an attitude or criticism?
Very often. This is our I would say this is probably even more of a,
I'm talking pre-pregnancy. I'm not saying like pregnancy now, though.
No, not pregnancy. I was going to say, I think this is even more.
15 years together,
you gotta feel
whatever.
her foot. I'm saying, like, I think this is even a higher. This episode is about like our biggest arguments, right?
Yeah.
I would say that causes more arguments than the kids stressing us out.
Yeah.
Because this has always been a thing that could have happened from years ago. And you're right. This would happen in any relationship, regardless if somebody has kids or not.
Right.
But it's so hard to be on all the time for your partner, but it's also hard from the other side to ignore a tone. You're like, well, why are you giving me an attitude? What did I do wrong?
Right.
That's definitely been one of our biggest things. And it's something we still work at every single day.
Yeah.
If my energy is even off or your energy is even off, even if it's not a tone, you're just like, why aren't you in a good mood? You should be happy to be around me.
Yeah. And I think that's the biggest thing is like somebody else's happiness your happiness can't rely on somebody else and how they treat you. And I think that is the secret to law of attraction, as we know. Like Abraham Hicks, he always says, when they're doing wedding vows, she's like, well, I don't care how your mood's going to be, but I'm always going to be focused on me and my mood and my joy. And I think that really is the ultimate, but that's very hard when you are in a relationship.
It's very hard because your partner's your other half, right? So if I'm in a great headspace and you're not, it's really hard for that not to affect me. And same for you.
I look forward to the day that we are not affected by that with each other, and instead we can be each other's support system.
Yeah.
You know, I think sometimes we are, but I do think that
I think sometimes we are. Yeah,
we do. Or else
it depends on what's going on, right? Because
we wouldn't be together.
Yeah.
So I think we do, considering how hard it is. I mean, a lot of people in relationships, they peace out. I mean, look at the divorce rate because it is constant work, right? And I look forward to the day where we're just like both like, she's going through something, let me put my stuff aside and not take it personally and be there for her, me and you know?
Yeah.
So I think that is one of our biggest things for sure.
I agree.
And I'm sure with a lot of people too. Do we take things personally because we're juggling too much?
Yes.
Yeah. How can we communicate? I'm just overwhelmed right now before it sounds like blame.
Oh, that's a good one. I think we've both been getting better at that as the years go on. The more responsibilities we have, I've actually have used that. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just having a hard day, and I have a lot happening, and I just need a little extra love right now. It is hard to admit that, though, right? We both, I think, always want to be like just perfect, and it's not realistic.
It's not realistic. I think
you just got to feel like a safe space.
You know what would help me, like, because I'm always doing something new, right? Playing footsie.
I was just laughing that I put my foot like this and I was like, what are we doing here? I didn't mean to do that.
I like those hugs. Very nice. First time not wearing limitless slides.
Oh, I thought about what I want for my push gift. You're going to be very happy when I tell you.
What?
Because it's not a $2,000 bag or a $5,000 bag. It's probably going to cost a total of less than $100.
God, I love that.
You know those little bracelets I wear? I don't have them on right now because they're old.
Yeah.
They're from like a very small shop.
Boutique,
they're very fake jewelry.
Okay.
But they're just like little beads and they have the fake diamonds that say C and F.
Yeah.
I wear them like every day. But the ones that I have they're like white because they're fake. You know, they're like costume jewelry.
Just send me a picture of it.
No, I'll bring you right there when we leave right now. We're going to go get them for each one of our kids.
All right, babe. Thank you. That's awesome.
And I just want SSCF. I need new CNFs.
Because I did want to get you the bag. And when you found out I was going to get you a bag.
No, I get very upset.
Because you're like, oh, let's just do the backsplash instead. And I'm like, well, I wasn't going to move the money around. It was just something, See, that's the thing with you. I want to get you something. You're like, oh, let's do this instead. Like, oh.
Because I just like,
but it's different giving a gift. Like, I think giving a gift
that is a backsplash in the kitchen is a gift to me.
Oh my, I'm done with the house. All right, babe, we'll go after. We're gonna go do lunch together. All right. One thing
it's actually like on the way home. We'll run in, get it, and
when I have something big coming up, like obviously something last night, my nervous energy comes off as like stress, but it's just
yes, it does.
But I'm nervous, but I'm very, very focused on things that I need to get done. Yeah. So I think I'm learning that I'm just laser focused on something that I got to do, and anything that is like a little distracting or triggering.
So like there was one thing yesterday that we almost got into a little argument.
Yeah, and then you started texting me in a certain tone after. I didn't even answer about the public storage stuff. I'm like, why?
No, that was like unrelated. I was just.
There was periods. There was no.
Because I was like, why are they calling me? Why did you forget to do this?
I didn't forget to pay it. But in general,
but for whatever.
The account is set up. I didn't get the email. I always do that storage fee stuff.
Anyway. Before that.
Acting like I didn't want to.
Before that, we could have kept going, but I tried to say she's just stressed because she's preparing for this thing tonight.
It wasn't even stress. It was just like nervousness.
Both, whatever. Yeah. Both. Overwhelmed, however it might mean. And so normally in the past, I probably would have been like, why did you keep going? And I didn't.
Which makes it worse.
Yeah, so I didn't keep going.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That was good.
I keep pulling this away because I feel like I'm breathing into the...
And you're sniffing. You sniff often in the microphone.
No, I know. Always? Always or just today? No, I think that's why I feel like I'm breathing because I'm like...
I mean, the listeners, why they want to listen to it.
I feel like I have a very, 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 very minimal stuffed nose out of the blue. I guess because all of a sudden it's winter today when we woke up.
I know, 31 degrees. All right, here we go. Section 3. When one of us feels off, even slightly, do you think the other one mirrors that subconsciously?
Yes.
And that, yeah. No, I know. I wrote these questions out before I knew how the conversation was going to go. And that's why I say I can't wait to get to the point where it's like, we don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this is kind of a repeat question, but yeah.
Are we good at saying I'm just off today? It's not you.
I think we're getting better at it. And I think everybody should try to strive to be more communicative because I think we've realized in the 13 or 14? 13 and a half, I think that we've learned in the however many years we've been together that the more we communicate, the better it is. So I think that's just really the key. All right,
how can we give space without disconnecting? I will tell you that I do like my space to regroup. Like, and I think that was always the biggest thing with like if we had a disagreement was you wanted to fix it right then and there, and I wanted to separate.
Yeah, this is still a problem because I'm still that way and you're still that way, which is why we think a couples therapist would help us.
Because we got better though.
Yeah, we got better because I'm like, well,
you're not chasing me around the house.
Yeah, because you still
banging on doors.
You know why we got better? Because I'm giving you what you want instead of you giving me what I want.
You're such a liar.
You just said you're not chasing me around the house. Yeah, because
you were going from 100 in the townhouse. You were 100 up and down stairs running after me.
No, I just want to deal with it, and you run away. I would hide
in the bathroom. You would be knocking
because
on the door.
It's you. Because
but when it's a high tense environment,
so why is it better? Because you got what you want.
That's not true. You're not.
You just said it. You're not chasing me around the house. Yeah, I'm like, all right, she's not going to deal with me now.
That's not a. That was an extreme reaction. You're a little more like because even keeled now.
No, because you.
What I'm saying.
No, because I disagree.
And that's something that you seem going to work on, everybody.
You don't want to talk about. Yes, you did. You still.
How many times do I say to you now, like, all right, babe, let's move on? How many times?
No. You take
space. Be truthful, because then I'm going to feel.
You take your
space.
I'm going to
feel like you're not acknowledging improvement that
I think we're talking about two different things. Are we talking about getting space when we argue instead of dealing with it? Or are you talking about saying let's move on?
When we have let's say pre-pregnancy, okay, when we have a disagreement.
Both.
Well, I think that you are not as revved up as you were when you were younger.
That's also a different thing. Are we talking about being revved up?
I'm not done talking.
But, we're talking about different stuff.
When I say revved up, to me that means like you're not like, we got to fix it, we got to fix it, we got to fix it. So I feel like you still want to fix it rather quickly when we're both worked up. And I don't run away like I used to as much. So I was saying we both have come together a little bit more than we used to in the past. I think I've definitely don't just disappear and get out of here all the time when we're having an argument. And you're not chasing me around the house trying to fix things when it's already a high tense environment. See, the kids even agree in the stomach.
I guess what I'm saying...
My point is we both have shifted a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I guess I'm saying I shifted because I know that's what you want.
And I don't think it's okay to chase somebody around their house.
And I don't think it's okay to fight ever. I think everything should be fixed immediately, because what if we die in the next moment?
Honey, babe,
what if a bomb goes off?
I know you say that, but in human emotion, isn't it a little hard to go from to,
no, I just like when you listen to me. No, I just like when you listen to me and hear my points. Anyway, go to the next question.
I hear your points.
Go to the next question.
That's why I called you a lawyer.
Good, I should have been a lawyer.
That's why, you know what?
Kamala should be a lawyer.
That's why.
I have to pee, so we have to move it along.
I don't want to argue. You'll win because, Lisa, do you remember 3 years ago at 1:45 p.m. on March 23rd? You remember that shit? My brain, I don't have the capacity to remember. All right, honey.
Was that the last question?
All right, closing, the real work. Here we go. What's something we've learned about ourselves in our arguments? I want to say, even though this was like a little bit hard to talk about, this whole thing, I know they're kicking, they're laughing at this crazy relationship.
But I think it's probably just because I have to pee.
What's something we've learned about ourselves? I think I've learned that I'm always developing and open to learning how to be better as a person. I stand for that. And also better as a partner.
Same. I think I've learned that about myself too.
Because at the end of the day, that's what we want.
I think we're both always, this is why I think our relationship works. Because we both admit that we constantly need to learn.
Does it work?
No, I think that we're both really good about, we're always learning about how to be a better spouse. We're always striving to be a better spouse. We're always striving to be a better parent. Always striving to be better at our jobs. I think that's...
I'm just laughing because...
Why?
Because we love each other so much, and we're like such a fucking team, and you're my other half for a very long time, and like,
and it's so such you're a laughing because
it's a roller coaster, but like we're so like one. Damien, Lisa,
I'm gonna keep sending you those postpartum videos.
Don't be sending. You're gonna say on their 5th birthday, I'm still going through postpartum. Yeah, I'm gonna get pregnant just to milk that shit.
Better let me milk.
You're sending me postpartum videos. Like, you better be prepared now for this. All right. Lastly, what does repair look like for us now when we're moving on from something? I think we both just say like, all right, let's go.
I think sometimes we just have to, it's a matter of we're not going to agree.
Yeah.
We have to just agree to disagree and move on.
Yeah.
And that seems to work the best for us because we both have really strong personalities. Yeah. And I think that a lot of the times...
We'll save it for when we get couples therapy.
If you say that one more time, though, I'm literally going to kill you. It's so annoying because you'll say your whole point. You'll say your stance for like 35 minutes straight and then be like, you know what? I won't even give you my opinion. I'm just going to save it for couples therapy.
Because you said you won't give me your opinion.
You won't give me your opinion. You just fought with me for 8 hours. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Jamie, you go from 0 to 100 over one sentence. That isn't even that bad.
Lisa, the point is that you say your whole perspective and then say, I'm not even going to give you my opinion because I'm going to save it for couples therapy when you're not pregnant. And I'm like, you literally just spoke for an hour.
I explained myself, and instead of going back and forth, that's why I said, let's just save it for our couples therapy. No,
it still doesn't make sense. You already said what you were saying. Anyway, let's wrap it up right there.
4,000
no, really. You better stop now while you're ahead because I'm going to start to get annoyed and I have to really
4,000 blue bullets.
You know what? People are going to watch this back and be like, oh yeah, that doesn't make sense. Lisa's wrong, so it's fine. I only had to explain it once.
I'm always wrong.
On that note, thank you. I really got to pee. Stop.
I love how
I have to pee
you could be so pageanty in a good way. It's like, on that note, everyone, please do it.
On that note, I have to pee. This is going to end now.
All right, everybody.
My back doesn't even hurt this whole time sitting.
All right.
Anyway, guys. Thank you so much.
Anyway, guys, we're all done. This is it. Let's give each other a kiss.
All right. Well, see you guys maybe next week. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe we'll have babies. Maybe we won't. It's all a surprise.
Yes. Thank you so much. All right. Love you guys. Ciao.
Bye.